Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Amber, and this is my sacred ministry. Today is May 19th. It is a Tuesday, and also 19 represents the sun. So we have a double fire today, along with a very intense solar force that we're receiving on the planet. The temperature that we are feeling on the surface of the planet is beyond inferno, to the point where electricity is struggling. Cooling systems are struggling. The house here is struggling. The power grids struggling. And these are solar codes that the sun is bringing in. And it is evolving us. It is also eliminating toxicity, revealing it in a really big way. Okay. So, Tuesday is ruled by Mars, and Mars is 0 degrees of Taurus. Finally moved to 0 degrees of Taurus. Now, we've been waiting. I feel like my camera is struggling here with the lighting. We're just going to move it a little closer. Like that. Okay. This movement into Taurus brings a vibe shift. Also, today is a 7-day, which represents the Chariot. Forward movement. Key themes: Apollo, for one, who is, according to myth and legend, a sun god. Okay? As well as Greece is important. Travel, vehicles, and then the affirmations: I bring myself, I give of myself, I am the gift. Meaning that it is not outside of me. It is God within me that is the gift that shows up, okay, in the interaction, authentically. And it is that individual voice whom I trust the most, God's voice over all others, and not the external Godhead voice, the one within me that speaks to me directly, that is the living word within me. That voice is trusted above all others. And it has proven correct time and time and time again. Today is no different. Also, Archangel Gabriel is coming through, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Shamuel. The colors yellow, orange, and green as well. The title of this video is The Audacity. Just the audacity. And in that slight irritation, there is an incredible gift. There is a confirmation of what has already been spoken within, because God saw them coming. We've been talking about purification. We've been talking about putting God first. We've been talking about authenticity. Well, all of these things assist in discernment. And God saw them coming and spoke first. Faith and perfect timing. This is what I asked for today. Give me faith and perfect timing. Child, so many times, every time, this Mars in Taurus is a higher alignment, okay? Stop trying to fit in places not meant for you. As well as thank God for the journey. Quote, bless the Lord, O my soul. May your success offend the shit out of anyone who didn't want to see you win. Mars and Taurus. And also bless them with a lesson regarding that. We are in a paradigm of win-win or lose-lose. What you do unto others, you will have done unto you. What you wish upon others, you will have done unto you. Period. Amen. And we have risen above a level of adolescence when it comes to this. We have matured now. No longer engaging with the things that we don't have a future with. It's slightly insulting when they try it, but it's also very confirming. Okay? Teal Swan posed a question that I was reminded of today. She said, how to be happy in 2026 and beyond. There's only one question. Quote, what are you willing to die for? List the top 5 things, and then make your life about that, unapologetically. Whether you live another day or 100 years, it will be time well spent. You will feel fulfilled internally. Also, this is a quote from LinkedIn, my LinkedIn feed. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not think, not wonder, not imagine, not obsess. Just breathe and have faith that everything will work out for the best. Amen. God is first. If you ask God to bring forward the people, places, and things that are meant for you, make it crystal clear the direction that you should go in. And then leave it at that. Have faith, okay? And ask for perfect timing. This is so amazing. It will blow your mind. It will shock you how God can be perfectly timed. Also, it's a good idea to write it down, okay? Because my hair is growing so fast. I just cut it not long ago. It is growing so fast. My system is regenerating very quickly. 11:11. And it has everything to do with my alignment to spirit, my level of purification is directly related to the amount of light within my being. And that light shines out. And it illuminates deception. It really pisses off demons too. They don't like it. That is not my problem. Anyhow, I don't even know what I was saying. Another quote. Things to leave behind. 1. People-pleasing habits. 2. Disregarding your intuition. 3. Fixing what you did not break. Oftentimes, that is a belief structure based in fear. You do not have to prove your worth. You are a child of God. Your worth is inherent. The theme of today is alignment. Higher alignment. Please stop trying to fit in places that are not meant for you. It is only going to bring you pain and stress. And the last, number 5, showing up where you are not valued. Another key sign when you are speaking to someone and they are not listening to you. They are waiting for you to finish so that they can respond. But they aren't listening to you. They are preparing, which means they are not seeking to understand. Understanding is not necessary. They already have an idea, and they're prepared to present that idea as soon as you stop talking. Not aligned. Not aligned. There's an agenda behind that. Especially if that's also connected. Oh, that is just the weirdest. So strange. If it's connected to a fear-based or lack mentality, there is an abundance of resource. There is enough for everyone. There is enough room for everyone. Competition is an illusion. Comparison is deceptive. You cannot compare yourself to another person because you are unique. You have a unique path. You have a unique gift. Your gift, while it may be similar to another's, is not the same as anyone else. However, we are meant to collaborate and to share and to value one another. Another key point: when someone questions your process as if you are wrong, like you have to explain yourself why your process that you find fulfilling and beneficial is right, deceptive. There is enough space for everyone. If you are not aligned with someone, then move on to something else. That's all. There is no forcing, because while Mars has moved into Taurus, Venus has moved into Cancer at 0 degrees as well. This is a complete vibe shift. It is a level up. It is a higher alignment, a maturing of our feminine energy, what we find value in, our heart space, authenticity, and our action, our masculine force. Not wasting time on things that are not aligned with us anymore. They don't add value to our life. Doesn't mean that they're bad and wrong, just means that we are not in alignment with them. That's all. And anyone that comes to you with deception has already lost. When you are in alignment with your higher truth, with God, with Christ in your heart space, the light that clarifies, God sees them coming and prepares you. And while it is disappointing and slightly insulting, it is also a blessing and a confirmation. It reinforces your trust in yourself. Because if that message was accurate, then the other ones are as well. That's how this works. And like attracts like. Abundance attracts abundance. An abundant mindset is an expansive mindset. It is open and available for abundance to come to it. The abundance that is in alignment with it. There is no shortage. There is only alignment. And when you are standing with Christ first, He will bring to you what is meant for you. Your faith goes there. Faith in God first, and only, really, and love for everyone else. God will put the people, the things, the places, the pathways in your life for you. You do not have to seek them out. You just have to be who you are authentically. Act in your highest joy, in your authentic expression, on your unique path, with your unique purpose. If the person that you're talking to is telling you that you're wrong, you're talking to the wrong person. Now, like I said, Mars is 0 degrees Taurus, a sign that is ruled by Venus. 0 representing infinite potential and expansion. Taurus rules the second house of resources. Mars is action. Venus is 0 degrees Cancer. This is the Empress. The Empress energy is so abundant and lovely. She is fully secure within herself, her place. She has nothing to prove. She simply is a gift. And that gift isn't meant for everyone, especially not those that do not value her. She will change and grow and expand as she's meant to, not according to someone else's plan, though. Period. But according to her plan, her path, her purpose, united with God. Also, Mercury is 4 degrees of Gemini. 4 being foundational, fundamental, structure, Archangel Gabriel, divine messenger. This morning at 10 a.m., I wrote this. When I wrote Chariot and Apollo and Greece, and then I looked up the astrology. The moon was at 7 degrees of Cancer. The literal chariot. Exact. Meaning that the message came in, was received, and it was bullseye accurate. To the point where I surprised myself. Oh, wow. Literal chariot energy. The sun is 28 degrees of Taurus, the sun being the Christ force. Okay? The fire energy, the illumination, the clarity, 28 being a very abundant number. And like I said, Mercury, 4 degrees. Abundance and overflow. Foundational conversations, intentional actions, heartfelt connections. Now, I also was reminded, due to another conversation I had, about the universal laws of abundance and prosperity that are always at play. Everything in the universe is governed by these laws. They were created by God. God Himself abides by them. Money is energy. It is associated with water. It flows. It responds to emotion. Water can represent emotion. Okay? And it responds to your energy. If you're in a space of lack and fear, it will not come to you. It will present lackful. It will present unsafe. But money is love. wants to be loved, wants to be around love. Period. When God is fully present and illuminating from a being, that energy is drawn to it, the energy of love and flow and safety, presence, luxury, ease. God provides. If you believe that He provides, He provides. If you do not believe that He provides, you will receive lessons to teach you how He provides. He will provide you lessons to recognize your own perspective and shift it. Abundance is meant to grow. Energy is meant to flow. Money is linked to the water element. Does money feel safe to you? Question. Does it feel like enough? Do you feel full? Do you feel satisfied? There is this idea of our wealth container as an energetic container. Remove the limitation. And because water is associated with money, rather than having a bowl to be poured into, imagine you are standing waist deep in the ocean and it's flowing around you. At any given moment, you can take a cup of it. You can use as much as you want because it is constantly flowing and circulating around you. That is the actual energy of money. It is a force meant to nourish us, nurture us, provide. Okay? It is an aspect of love, ruled by love. If there is no love in you and you use money as a weapon, there are consequences for that. The same will be done to you. Money is not evil. That's actually insulting. You know why that's insulting? When you give someone a gift and they are overcome with joy at the receiving of it, that is the energy of money. There's nothing evil about that. That is beautiful. That is encouraged. That activity of giving, which we would call charity, as a virtue, as a pathway to heaven, that energy is returned to you in some form. And as you give, it also feeds you because it is an act of love. Wisdom is important in the use of money. God will remove money when you are using it in a wasteful or harmful way. And that removal is an act of protection for you until you have wisdom. Then it is returned to you. Okay. Now I looked up Apollo to see, and it goes as follows. Apollo is a major Greek and Roman god of music, arts, knowledge, prophecy, and light. Okay. This is creative expression. This is Venus energy. This is sacral, connected to money. Okay. It makes sense now. Greek and Roman god of music, arts, knowledge, prophecy, and light. Known for his lyre, I think it's pronounced lyre, bow, and role as the patron of the Oracle of Delphi, the son of Zeus and Leto, and twin brother of Artemis, his twin sister. I feel like I'm saying that incorrectly. Anyhow, he is depicted as a beardless, athletic youth, often crowned with a laurel wreath, and is associated with healing, plague, and the sun. And I am reminded of the solar forces that we are receiving. For some, it is energizing in a way that it like turning all the cells on, strengthening gifts, soul abilities, making everything clearer and more pure, more accurate. And for others, it feels like an attack. His myths involve slaying the python to establish his oracle, and numerous love affairs, and he is a complex figure embodying both order and vengeance. Now, the first point, prophecy. He is the god of prophecy, most famously through the oracle at Delphi, where his priestess, the Pythia, delivered his prophecies. Now, as a sun god, he would be what would be referred to as a solar angel. Okay? The sun being the Christ force. I myself am an oracle, a prophetess, a priestess of the Most High. God speaks directly to me, and it is accurate. Like I said, he tells me before they come. And the last few days, he's been showing out. Longer. But it's common, it's becoming more refined. Think of a pyramid. And it's like the process starts wide on the base. And as you develop, it comes to a point. Pinpoint accuracy. If that point was a sound, it would go from a wah, 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 all the way up to a piercing sound or a laser beam. That is how the messages that originally were maybe hard to understand and, kind of all over the place and cryptic, to pinpoint, bullseye accurate. It's incredible. Next, music and arts. He is the leader of the muses, a master musician, and the patron of poetry, music, and the arts. Creative expression. Beautiful. There's so much God in that because there's authenticity and freedom. An expression of authentic creative energy. Unique to him and to every other individual. Light and sun. He is associated with the light, and in later traditions was identified as the god who drives the sun's chariot across the sky. Next, healing and plague. He could bring healing, but also inflict disease, such as the plague he sent to the Achaeans in the Iliad. A couple of days ago, yesterday morning, I was given Jeremiah 1:10. And I looked it up and I was not prepared. I was not prepared. Because Jeremiah 1:10, that came shortly after the quote, "the message will be delivered," is a foundational biblical verse where God commissions the prophet Jeremiah for his ministry, establishing the dual purpose of his message, judgment and restoration. Quote, "See, today I appoint you over nations and kingdoms to uproot and tear down, to destroy and overthrow, to build and to plant." Giving Jeremiah divine authority over nations and kingdoms, prioritizing divine mandates over human powers. Destruction and judgment, the actions to uproot, tear down, destroy, and overthrow, refer to prophetic duty to call out sin, false items, and impending doom. God is building an army. As a response to rampant evil. To deliver the consequences of actions. To bring light. Okay. To shine light onto the darkness and illuminate. As well as restoration and hope, the actions to build and to plant, symbolize bringing God's message of hope, repentance, and eventual restoration. This is destiny. This is God's kingdom. And there's this feeling of zero tolerance to the destructive, deceptive effery that has been taking place. God is appointing his soldiers and giving them divine authority to uproot. I'm literally getting the vision of someone having their mask ripped off their face to show who they really are. It's kind of aggressive. Anyhow, to continue with this, lastly, Apollo is associated with archery. He's a skilled archer, often depicted with a bow and arrows, and is linked to sudden death, much like his sister Artemis. Now, the chariot is Cancer energy. Artemis is Sagittarius energy. They are twins. I am a Sagittarius sun and a Cancer North Node. The archer also symbolizes aiming high, shooting for higher goal, higher knowledge, seeking higher with skill and accuracy. And that is all I have for today. Oh, no, it's not. I received the Bible verse, 1 John 3:18. Quote, "Let us not love with words or in speech, but with actions and in truth. You shall know them by their fruit." Their actions reveal exactly who they are. Deception can manipulate you through words, whereas actions display truth. And when it comes to an expression of love that is meaningful, Mars and Taurus, act in loving ways, true to who you are, true to God, act in accordance with God, integrity, higher alignment. You will receive a far greater result return to you, as well as, quote, "Happiness is a choice, not a result. Nothing outside of you will make you happy. Feel grateful and share that with the world. Cultivate love and joy within you, radiate that out. You receive it, others receive it. When they receive it, they give it back. And it's also not under anyone else's control. It is firmly within you. And so you can choose who and when and how to share that light, that love, that joy. How you align. And do not let these people fool you. Do not let these people play with you. Trust that inner voice. Trust the voice of God within you over every other voice. Anything outside of you cannot be higher than God within you. Cannot. Okay. With that, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending everyone all of my love and my support and my light. And I will talk to you soon.